Ladies and gents, welcome back. When things get ridiculous, it's our job to ridicule them. And well, especially in politics and the woke revolution that's been coming into our politics, things are especially ridiculous. And well, it takes sometimes the recruitment of a comedian to come and fix things for us. And well, we got just that in Toronto. This from Get Woke Up, exposing woke madness. Toronto top comic Ben Bankas making a joke out of the mayoral race. He's running for mayor. He's getting in the ring. He's jumping in there. Funny Man's mayoral campaign is heating up on social media and making political pundits nervous. And this is great. I love to see it. With the Toronto mayoral election only months away, rising Canadian comedy star Ben Bankas is hoping to hop off the stage and into City Hall as its main headliner. Politics has become a joke, and I'm great at telling jokes. So I'd be good at running the city. Right now, it's a clown show. So making it a comedy show is a step in the right direction, says controversial funny man with almost 70,000 Instagram followers. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can go follow him. He's got an uncanny impression of Teresa Tam. You just got to see it. I'll leave a link. Go have a look. The election, which will take place on Monday, June 26th, was announced when three-term mayor John Tory resigned after admitting to having an affair with a city employee while his loyal wife Barb was hiding from COVID in Florida. Wow, all of us had to deal with what these politicians were putting on us, but he just flew his wife off to Florida, where, of course, they were most lax anywhere else. He obviously didn't fly her off to Los Angeles. No, Florida, of all places. Absolutely. Tory, who is a staunch conservative, upon entering city politics, veered a sharp left in his final years. It seems a lot of politicians are doing this kind of thing. It seems that it's just about how to stay elected. You just go with the flow of all these politicians. It's pretty gross, actually. Often kneeling and apologizing to Indigenous leaders, BLM vandals, virtue signaling to Ukraine warlords, and making insane claims like trans women are women. Bankas is hoping to change all that. We are running an anti-woke platform. We would like to make this city fun again, adds the podcast host and viral video auteur. As part of his platform, Bankas is already tackling some of the more controversial issues, like the instance of two Toronto Raptors players stating that the biological fact that women can get pregnant. Bankas was quick to respond with his now viral campaign video, which Alex Jones of InfoWars hailed as a modern-day masterpiece. Let's have a look at this.
My name is Ben Bankas, and I'm running for Mayor of Toronto. As Mayor of Toronto, I will make the viewing and enjoyment of male sports illegal. We will be replacing the Toronto Raptors with two WNBA teams, the Toronto OnlyFans and the Scarborough Six Buzz. This is coming days after the Toronto Raptors posted a insensitive, offensive video where they claimed that women give birth.
Girls run the world because they're the only one that can procreate.
As we now know, this is not true. In addition to Scotiabank Arena, all bars and restaurants in the city of Toronto will be barred from showing any sports that have men in them unless those men happen to be trans. Who's hungry? Vote Ben Bankas for Mayor of Toronto. All the other candidates are racist.
Everybody else is racist. You got to vote for him. Like, come on, you're not getting with it. Anyway, this came after. In True North wrote about this story. Toronto Raptors apologized for saying only women can procreate. The Toronto Raptors has issued an apology after claiming Women's History Month in a Women's History Month video that only women can procreate. In the video, players were asked to respond to the statement about how girls run the world. Players Malaki Finn and Precious Archuiwa reference the biological fact that women are able to give birth in their answers. They're the only ones that can procreate, says Flynn. They birth everyone, says Archiwa. And of course, immediately the Toronto Raptors had to issue an apology to the woke mob. They're issuing an apology for posting this video for Women's History Month. Our sincerest apologies for our players, our staff, and our fans. We work to do better day to day and every day after. Unbelievable. I posted on International Women's Day that it would appear that women made runner-up this year for International Women's Day. Better luck next year. Oh, just unfortunate for them, absolutely. Now, Ben Bankas is a stand-up comedian, a podcaster. He's from Toronto, Canada. He's got an amazing Instagram. Again, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Go check him out. I'm actually going to be going to see him in Vancouver coming up on April 1st. April Fool's Day. Why not make it a funny one with a real comedian? If you're in the Vancouver area, hopefully you can still get tickets. Come join. Maybe I'll see you in the crowd. But I'll be there. I'll be there with friends, and it's going to be a good time. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. But yeah, see, the Toronto I grew up was safer, more enjoyable, and people just seemed happier. Now everyone is dressed up with a mask or worried about getting offended. It's embarrassing. It's time Toronto got its character back, insists the Queen's University grad. So the transfer of power. So basically, he's running for power. He's running for mayor in this, and a lot of it has to do with what went down during the pandemic. Bankas rose to prominence in the anti-mandate movement when he was fined thousands of dollars during the COVID-19 lockdown for hosting freedom of comedy protest nights in downtown Toronto parks. Now, like we were told, you can be outside, you can be outdoors, whatever. But no, he was fined anyway for hosting these events. Many people's livelihoods were taken away from them. They were not allowed to be anywhere in proximity of each other. But no, he hosted these events for comedy, like outdoor comedy events. We got to keep people happy. This is it's unbelievable. Unfortunately for Bankas, the events, which occurred weekly, were often met with protests from woke activists and bylaw officers who didn't realize what a joke Toronto's insane lockdown rules were. Talk about a tough crowd. Toronto is the home of Drake, the Raptors, Russell Peters, grew up here, and so many are more talented and successful people. Let's start celebrating success again and becoming a great city, adds the comic. Here's some of the things that he wants to do if he's elected mayor, which would be hilarious if he was, but unfortunate because then you wouldn't be touring so much with his comedy stuff. But here we go. Make Toronto a more dog-friendly, repeal bylaws that prohibit dogs in restaurants and shops, bring back smoking on patios and in bars after midnight, focus on ways to improve people's mental health and enjoyment, allow bars and restaurants to open until 4 a.m., change all street names of white people to Indigenous names, make City Hall into Toronto's largest refugee and homeless camp. This is too funny. Again, I'll give a link to his website here, but I'll leave you off with another one of his campaign videos, because this stuff is just too good. As mayor of Toronto, I will solve poverty by protecting trans rights on U of T campuses. Anyone who's been on Rogan will also be banned. You know, anyone who's been on Joe Rogan is just obviously a horrible person. Anyway, here's the campaign.
Do you wake up every day sad, depressed, lonely, confused, poor, worried about how you're going to feed your family, feed yourself? That's why I am going to stand up for trans rights on the campus of University of Toronto. Step one, we are going to be making Jordan Peterson illegal. That means we're going to be doing weekly book burnings of Jordan Peterson's 12 rules, and we are also going to be banning him from the city. This will make people feel safe. We'll also be banning anybody who's ever been on the Joe Rogan podcast. So that means that Ryan Long will be banned from the city of Toronto, as will Gad Saad. That's right, Gad. Stay in Montreal. We don't want you here because we are an open and accepting city. This is native land.
Vote Bankas, everybody. Vote Bankas. Get on out there and vote. Love bringing these stories to people because it brings a little bit more lightheartedness to everything that's been happening in this country because it is just insane. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if you're going to be at that event in Vancouver or if you've seen him live. Go check him out. Links as always in the description down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trugging.